cat's balls are all over the place here. I don't know why they're all under the
So
chair.
this is
That sounds like everybody else who tries to get a job that I've read about.
alright, so this is Medivh and Chromie and Butcher versus me and Ouroboros, and so this is the first game I think that I played against Medivh. Oh wait. Is
Alright.
this
I appear to be in this game.
This is
We're up
not,
against a spirit,
what
a
the
wolf,
hell?
and
This is
Objelix.
not the right one.
Guys, look, I'm in the game. Look, I'm in it. Guys, look, look.
It's the Lost Vikings. I believe this is the one where Steak disconnects over and over and we die terribly.
Oh god.
Okay.
Is that what this is?
This is not the correct replay, is what this is.
This cast is murky and Vikings. you can tell just by looking at that load screen that this is gonna be a good game. If I recall, we were destroying them for a while. Or maybe that was a different one, I'm not sure.
I had renamed one to be the correct one, and apparently that's not the right one.
Well, you should see Medivh in the icons. And Chromie and whoever else. I've got like 1 million replays to watch. If you want to be dragged along for like 10 hours.
I know, but this one was interesting. They aren't all interesting. What the hell?
I have quite a number of ranked replays to go through still. I don't even bother to name them, so I just go by the dates and durations and such. Which means that when I don't cast for like a month, I completely forget everything. Did you find it?
Yeah, this should be the right one. Apparently, I retitled the wrong one as the game I was trying to remember.
Match
MLG.
starts in 3, 2, 1, MLG. You are a Rainer.
Yeah, I'm a Rainer.
Or as a Lily.
Or as a Lily. We have a 3-man puppy with Thrall, Jaina, and Abate. But we're against
Up
Medivh,
against
Uther, Butcher, Zeratul, and Chromie.
who are mostly just random.
I'm not playing in this game, so it must be bad, right?
Yes. Why are you so loud? My god.
I don't know. I think I fixed something and then...
Alright, hold on. I have to fix Vent before I can continue.
Steak is just like 1 million statics and fucking hella loud. Like you're literally static and loudness.
Okay, Steak, say something now?
Oh, he's acquiring another mic.
Oh, okay. I just turned him to 30%, so I was thinking that would fix it. Oh, it shows all the talents all the time. That's interesting. Why don't they have that for your team when you're playing?
Technically you do, you can go to show talents, but yeah, it's not as fast. Plus the screen's kind of cluttered, it'd be kind of distracting when you're playing.
Yeah, but it's really helpful to be able to just look up and see whether the ultimates are on cooldown.
Yeah. Yeah, they have that in League. They have the ult cooldown on their like a little thing next to their portrait or whatever.
Avatar's MLG staying in base. I face check the bush like that pro. And so yeah, this is the first time I've ever seen Medivh use abilities or play, so I'm like, okay, I guess he makes Butcher invincible, and then Butcher can teleport back if he ever extends.
Yeah. So, I have only played against Medivh twice, including today, and only played with Medivh today because Rax he bought him and was playing around with them. And actually, one of the enemy comps was not too unlike this one. They had the Butcher and Medivh. And the invulnerability seems like that if it was timed well with Butcher, it would, like, I'm not sure if it stops it from being hit by debuffs, but it feels like it could nullify a lot of,
I mean, look at how many people didn't die right there.
Yeah, that was strange.
Well, they just all teleport out whenever they get low. It's like, okay.
Yep. You can use that portal while you're mounted too, so it doesn't dismount you. As
meanwhile,
like Medivh is like one of those super high utility heroes that seems like really powerful.
Yeah, I mean, he
died.
has a terrible win rate though. He's still the lowest.
He requires communication.
Yeah,
and like people to
basically
like
has
just
to be in a
know what
team.
you're gonna do.
If you're not in a
Yeah.
team, he's terrible. Why is it lagging so much?
Replays lag a lot. You died. Steak is now the host.
What? Okay.
See ya, man.
Rip.
Are you still in the replay?
I'm still in the replay, yes. But Steak is now the host,
Okay.
apparently.
It might.
You can't move the pendulum.
Do you see
right?
that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. It said you left the game, so I was very confused. Oh, just perforated. Yeah, this happened to us in the last game. I mean, this happens all the time, but when the enemy wants to fight you and you're on the boss, unless the boss is like just about to die, you really should not fight on the boss because it's gonna punch the shit out of you and body block you,
I mean,
and then root you and kill you.
We thought they were on bottom, but they were not. Like, just
Yeah.
having Medivh
Yeah, they just
scouting
circled
all the
around,
time
yeah.
and them always looking for team fights was like, we had to kind of adjust for
Oh,
that.
they forgot a weed. They forgot a weed. Oh, no. They got it.
And so then we're like, oh, they must still be on that. So then it happens all over again. Kinda.
Yeah. The fact he's invulnerable just means that just him being there is something you can't really even really respond to. You only just make assumptions about. Yeah, this Medivh has probably been practicing the shit out of it. He's timing his invulnerabilities really well.
And, you know, there's strong interaction with Chromie, so that Chromie being a no-life hero still doesn't die.
Yep. Anyone dives on her, that just gives her that few seconds she needs to drop a spell or two. So it begins to poking.
So we should lose this game, though,
This is
right?
what makes Chromie really annoying.
I mean, we're 6-4, and we're down a terror at the 4-minute mark. There's no way we should win this match at this
Once
point.
you hit ults, it could change a lot. Because you have so much more damage, like, up front. And a lot of them, like, Medivh can only protect one person, so... I guess it depends on what ult Medivh gets and how well he uses it. The Rax tried both ults. The Chain Poly seemed the strongest. The other one he used, the line that makes people stasis, he actually managed to save their entire team. I was about to kill them as Arthas. I got staying on top of them. They had no health, and then they all got stasis. And yeah, and then the others like regrouped, and then by the time they came out, I couldn't kill them anymore because it was like right in front of their base. So that one definitely needs some kind of situational interaction. Rip Lily.
Yeah, we kind of got stuck in the top just in this team fight with Lily. Meanwhile, the terror in the bottom is just storing our base.
Whenever Butcher is fighting, Medivh just sticks with them.
Yep. They were partied, I think.
Was that the duo?
Yeah, that
Were
was
they
the
the
duo.
duo?
It was
Yeah.
the Medivh Butcher duo.
Yeah, they've probably been practicing that a lot, and it shows. Because Butcher is one of those kind of heroes where he's super dependent on getting his brand off, and if he gets his brand off and he starts hitting people, it's like next to impossible to kill him. And he does so much burst damage in certain builds. If Medivh shores up his engage weakness by just invulnerability him, he suddenly becomes so much more viable against compositions that otherwise he's just no good against.
I mean, what's happening right now is that my team is getting creamed.
Yep.
Oh, okay. You're asking about
It's
audio.
9-1.
And so this is Abathur going a pure siege build, right? Like,
Yeah.
his,
He is gone
his heal
straight
things
down
are
to
not
shields
for
and
our
everything.
team. The shields are for his spawns.
For the minions. He shields you when he can, but he's not really giving you the attack speed. He doesn't have the stab damage.
He's just
I
like,
forgot there was even an Abathur in this game, to be honest.
right?
Is this better?
Hi.
No,
I hear
no.
wind. A lot of wind.
You sound
Hello?
like you're outside. You sound like you're in a thunderstorm, being attacked by birds.
Thrall was getting encasted by birds.
Yeah.
Yeah, too many
So-
people
so
like
now-
standing
see,
still
the thing
against
is that, like,
Chromie.
yeah, when we get ults, it should even up, but they have 2 levels and ult on us right now.
Yep. Thrall almost dies to the minions. Rage back.
And so now he's bird form, and Chromie is coming up, so he can just sit there watching people as a bird,
Yep.
allowing Chromie to cast her spells. So Chromie is like,
And a lot of people are just standing still and taking Chromie spells
yeah.
and just kind of dying, so...
And we can't, like, surprise them, because Medivh is just always on top of us.
Nope.
And there's the ults. That's the first time I
so
ever
he
saw
went for
that
that
ult.
ult. Yeah. They could have pushed that engage, but they didn't. I guess Butcher used his ult, so...
And Uther...
Chromie could have
as well.
time-lapsed someone as you retreated, and it would have just been horrible because it would have forced you to fight.
Or to lose someone.
Medivh almost dies to the boss.
But they haven't taken that many more seeds as they could have.
No.
And now we do finally
Their
have our
siege
ults.
is not amazing. Butcher got the siege level 1, which is usually what I do, but he didn't get the burst damage and other stuff, so he's really their only amazingly good wave player. So
Yeah.
remember, Chromie's Q doesn't hit minions. I think it hits weeds. I know it hits the Dragon Knight, but it doesn't hit like Immortals. So it's a little inconsistent, but she is absolutely
Oh, it just
important to
locked
clearing
into
wave.
it.
Oh.
So I went Banshees this game because I was thinking they had very little damage that would focus easily on Banshees, but I'm still not sure. I have a hard time seeing...
I almost never get Banshees, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because anytime I've ever gone Banshees, they've always just died to ambient damage.
Yeah, but they have
And
like, no
I felt like,
ambient
well, if I
damage
was...
though, right? I mean, Chromie...
Yeah, but...
I don't know.
Like, Thrall, or, Uther's range will do ambient damage, Medivh will do ambient damage, Butcher's Q will do ambient damage, Medivh's Q will do ambient damage, and they need a little while to really stack out in damage, whereas Hyperion, as long as you just throw that into a team fight, you're basically going to get the equivalent amount of damage. It's not really great for chasing people or finishing people off like Banshees are, but it's like a little more reliable.
Yeah, my thought was that, you know, with Medivh making people invulnerable all the time, I needed 2 targets taking damage at any given time.
Yeah.
And everyone's frozen. And Chromie hits, and then
Oh my
stasis
god.
again.
There is... The Banshees are kind of just chilling out there right now. You have to
Yeah,
remember
they
to
don't
retarget
even
now.
know what to
Oh, one's
do, they're so
attacking.
confused.
You can retarget those.
Yeah, I know.
Unlike, it's kind of weird because you can't retarget Artanis' laser without the level 20, but the Banshees you can retarget. Though they died pretty easily anyways.
And so, we just full wiped again, and we didn't get anything with our terror.
Uther just grabbed Divine Storm because they already have an invulnerability on a much shorter cooldown. So they just hit Shank Post, and like they have such a great combo between Void Prison. Like all Zeratul has to do is just Void Prison people, and they have their pick of basically who or everyone is going to die underneath the Void Prison. Because they'll just stand on it and just burn all their CC, and you can't do anything about it if you've been hit even once. And since you can't see him and he can blink up to you, yeah.
Doesn't Medivh also?
Yeah, but still.
Does Medivh not protect him from CC?
And Medivh is a straight invulnerability, so I don't know how it interacts with debuffs because I've not really seen it too much, but it just doesn't. The main thing I think is it doesn't really last that long. So as long as they just keep recycling the combo of chaining their CC together, it should be good. Oh, Oro, what are you doing? Oh no. Oof. Bro comes in and lends his ult.
And no one can run
the
away
chase.
from anything because there's just so many.
Yeah.
And so I actually pull the Banshees back and then try to get them back on someone, on Chromie or whoever. But there's just no way to... Everyone is either healed or invulnerable.
This doesn't seem like Medivh runs out of mana very quickly. There's so much poke from Chromie that you just can't engage on. You don't have the means to engage on it. And Evither is not even bloody soaking the lanes right now.
Nope.
He must be really scared of Zeratul.
He's just sitting back, trying to push with minions alone. And he got the siege, you know, the monstrosity. He didn't get the
Yeah,
clone.
he didn't even get.
He's like, nope, we're not even gonna try to win these team fights. There's too much. But maybe it makes
It
sense,
is
right? 'Cause there's so much
18
CC.
to 1.
Yeah, there's so much CC.
Yeah.
Like, does he even think we're gonna have a chance with a monstrosity, or I mean, with a clone? So
He's
just,
probably thinking, like, sometimes I think, well, if we're losing fights to the badly where we're 18 to 1, maybe the better thing to do other than fight is to try to pull their attention elsewhere in the map. But most people we played against have always killed the monstrosity really, really fast, so. You're putting lots of, oh, Zeratul died. You're putting lots of damage on them now. Like, you're scaling up, but
but we can't.
someone always
no
dies.
buildings are dead yet, right? And we've killed like a couple kids.
Yeah. That's your second kill of the game so far.
Take that, Zeratul. Or dies again. Thrall is gonna die again because he can't escape. And
Zeratul is the only one who's died on their team. Yeah. Well, you got one person in the weeds, so you got two people up.
Yeah, Jaina's gonna go weeding. And Medivh is there. And Uther's gonna come stunning.
You're finally gonna get a fort.
Meanwhile, Abatur is going to go use his monstrosity on bottom.
Monstrosity can do a lot of damage to people, but unless the lanes are like shoved all the way up to your base, stacking it is next to impossible or something.
We still have 50 seconds on the monstrosity, but it died, so we're not getting. We did kill a building though, right? I mean, that's something.
The levels aren't so bad against you now. It's 17 to 16.
But yeah.
If you got a really good team fight in, you can turn the map around, but they have so much CC that they kind of have to screw up.
Oh, Thrall is gonna
Thrall
die
just
again.
loses 3/4 of his health. Oh, the blind. I think that was blind.
I'm also fucking with my Fusosaurus.
Furious Q has like a little bit of a wind up to it, so sometimes it's difficult to actually hit. They're kind of a little split here, but Butcher can afford to just tunnel on someone who's alone. Just pops through the gate.
I mean, it's not that I was alone. It's just...
Well, I mean, there was only like one person fighting him.
Yeah.
And he had Brand on you, so that was basically
I don't
like,
even know
no
why
way
they're backing here.
And
Yeah, I was like, why are they teleporting back?
the monstrosity is doing some damage. It's gonna die. Oh, or is it? It's dead. Someone forgot a weed again. There's a little weed over there. Witcher is taking bruisers.
I mean, but he's not pushing himself very far out, so he's never going to be able to have his locusts get there if he doesn't have the lifespan on them. The duration by 40% actually really matters if you're going to not go out very far.
He has the duration.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He has the duration.
Steak was saying he should have gotten the heal.
But still, yeah. Still though, he could have evened out the experience a lot more if he was actually inland. As it is, Chromie is not really that far behind from him in experience. And when you're constantly fighting and Zeratul is always team fighting, there's not really a lot stopping him from sitting in the lane and then just porting back out when you guys start dying terribly. Medivh is just dropping bird shit on your faces as you kill the siege. Here comes the poke.
Chromie drops nuke. And I'm like, I want to run away, but
Here it comes.
And I can't even kill the one person because Zeratul will stun before she dies.
Good guy.
Can't finish anyone.
Jano is not very good at putting her ult.
Yeah.
27-2. This reminds me of a couple of our games from way back.
But we still have 3 main buildings, right? Like, what I don't understand is if it's 27-2, why do we still have buildings left? Like, why is this game just not completely over at this point?
Their siege is really crappy. They end up killing you, and then they go back or chase the monstrosity around or have weeds to try to kill. So there's been a couple games we've had where we've lost really, really badly, but they can never push the keeps because they didn't. Like, specifically against, like, Illidan and Zeratul and stuff, they didn't really have...
So is that just an innate problem of
Chromie
and Medivh? Because otherwise it seems like Medivh and Chromie is fantastic, because Medivh can provide the vision and Chromie can go...
Chromie is absolutely horrible at killing buildings, or really anything that is not a hero. Medivh, I think... I'm not sure if his Q hits buildings or not. I assume it does, but... Usually he has other things he's doing.
Again.
But I feel like even so, if they wipe you, they can just fistful your team. Like right now, Butcher is not with them, so they're lacking a lot of their engage power. So they kind of are dancing around, and Oro just walks into their entire team. Okay, rip. And then 3 of them move back and ignore the weed. Uther is split pushing like crazy. Jaina dies.
Chromie just barely missed me there,
yeah. And then once again, they don't want to push the base because they don't have minions, they don't have anyone who can just safely poke the towers. Chromie's W will hit the towers, but she's much more interested in poking you right now. Oh, that's gonna end badly. Brawl comes to the rescue. Brawl wants to fuck out. No, now he wants back in.
But now, oh god, now I can't escape.
Thrall escapes though. Just barely. Chromie did not get the clone talent. Man, they really went all in for that one combo. That's all their ults for that combo.
Yeah, Chromie's Q does not seem to hit buildings. So basically, Medivh can't hurt buildings very much, Chromie can't hurt buildings, Uther can't hurt buildings, and Zeratul can't very easily hurt buildings. So they're destroying every team fight, but they cannot actually destroy the base.
Yep. Meanwhile, you have Jaina and Raynor. Even without Hyperion, he still does a lot of damage to buildings. And Abathur will just slowly chip away at the map. And the levels are still pretty even. They're 21, 20, 30-3. Not very promising, but the longer the game goes on, the more the chances for them to screw up. They're showing some sloppiness now. Medivh just is gone. See you guys nerds later. Oh, now I'm a bird. Hey guys, I'm back again. Bring in spam recall while you're a bird. Everybody kind of goes everywhere. Now they're all kind of separated. Once again, Butcher is not with their group. He just goes and takes a keep. Everybody's kind of everywhere.
It is the only way people ever die if Butcher takes it.
Yeah. But now they blew his Zeratul ult, which is like the prime thing that helps set them up their big combo. So as long as you avoid getting knocked up by Uther, then they don't have nearly as much kill potential on you. Meanwhile, the bottom keep nearly died.
Yeah, Butcher has to go back and clean up the...
And the monstrosity is gonna die. Oh, he doesn't chase it. Butcher's not chasing the monstrosity.
He's killing a siege.
The monstrosity may well kill him. The monstrosity almost killed Butcher. That is funny. Butcher was probably like 1 or 2 auto attacks of the monstrosity away from dying, but Abathur almost died to the minion.
He doesn't need hit points. He's fine. He's a slug.
Zeratul doesn't have his ult for this. Butcher lost so much health going in, he wasn't even able to drop his ult in there. Oh, he doesn't even have his ult up. No, he did. Yeah, the fact their setup is so loaded into that combo is that if they don't perform it well now, you do so much damage that whoever is not invulnerable from Medivh is just gonna die. And then Thrall gets Medivhed. You got this, Jaina. Jaina did not get the vulnerability, she got the root. Genius. Abathur now is taking the top, so now he's actually proxying, and down it goes. This is why I pick Abathur in those big maps, because I've done this kind of shit so many times, but it doesn't work when the team actually has siege on you, though.
Yeah,
early
like,
on, which
the only reason it's working so well this game is because the game, they can't really end the game without pushing with the terror.
yeah.
Basically.
We are watching a replay. What are you doing?
Yeah, the middle tower.
Kelly,
It's kind of hard to choose as Abathur, huh? Especially because there's a whole nother tower in front of it now. Like, we've done nothing in the middle because Abathur is the only one pushing, and Abathur can't push the mid very easily.
But now you actually have a map advantage on that. You have 2 lanes constantly pushing against them, and the only person who can really clear them out quickly is Butcher, which is
He's
why
also
he's doing
very
it.
important for their damage.
And now they're not killing
now
your Banshees.
Banshees go!
And they kill Medivh!
Banshees have finally redeemed themselves.
You might have been able to snipe Butcher there. Oh, and Oral barely survived. Thrall is thirsty. Thrall is very thirsty.
Meanwhile, we just can't
you're just
kill
chasing Uther.
Uther. Can't get him down. Those catapults. Those Chromie.
Want him. Meanwhile, the monstrosity almost killed Butcher again. The push and top has been left uncontested. Oh, if he turns! Oh, let's stab him! Stab him! Yes! I love doing stuff like that. It pisses Butcher off so much when he can't get up to brand it, and it just keeps stabbing him. That was pretty significant, the fact that Butcher just died right there, basically for free. Because now they have to sit there and defend their base, and now you can finally move around the map as you want.
I am now the host. Jaina is
You are
ready
now
to
the
engage.
host. Jaina is ready to engage. Jaina has Envenom. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, when you have super low health heroes like Chromie, I think that's pretty good if you can actually get on them.
Generally speaking, she doesn't want to be right on top of them though, but if you have no choice, you may as well have it. Emus! Emus!
So.
Butcher is back. Banshees are being sassy. This is a little risky. But you see Zero Tool on the map, so long as you see Zero Tool on the map, then what made Butcher invisible? Oh! He somehow escaped
No, he died.
through the portal.
And
No,
then died because of.
oh, he died after he went through the portal, but he got through the portal. And he was like, there was like, it looked like there was like someone between him and the
Medivh
portal.
has something that makes people invisible for 20 seconds. Invisibility.
Oh,
What
I
an,
see.
what an appropriate name.
That seems potentially really strong.
Yeah.
Like if you
Is
put
it just the
that
three
on,
you got?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
If you put that
spectacular.
on like ETC, just ETC, he just sneaks into your dudes and moshes
Yeah,
or something.
he's like it's like he wants to be Tyrande, but he's not exactly Tyrande.
Oh, Medivh could die chasing this thing if I don't think Chromie's Q hits the monstrosity.
No, it's all her W. Basically, it seems. It's the
Yep.
only thing that hits anything.
Basically, she can never fight that thing. Uther is having Canada issues. Now you've got all but the middle keep. The middle keep is really hard for Avatar to take down because there's not really many easy places for him to hide.
But we don't necessarily
is-
have to. I mean, the base is already
Yeah.
down to 91% just from Avatar doing his thing.
All he has to do is just keep people coming to the lands, because so long as he keeps doing that, then
Unfortunately, Thrall died. Stasis. Stasis.
Jaina lived a lot longer than she should have. Bird. Was bird the word?
Bird was the word.
Meanwhile, Butcher tanks the thing and almost dies. I wonder if he realizes he can brand it. Oh, he did, but then he got silenced.
And Urk gets the mid.
They're screwed now. Now they have to get like a full wipe. Or at least a wipe on all of your wave clear. And preferably Avatar. And then get a weed to finish the game. Even though it's 35-10.
Yeah, I mean, it was 35. It was 31-2 for so long. We basically never killed anyone. So, I feel like this is why Medivh has a terrible win rate.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's why, I don't know, maybe it's a weakness of Chromie. I mean,
I think on some other maps, it would work really well, like if this was towers.
yeah, on towers
or-
this would be fine.
Maybe Dragon Shrine, then it would be a lot better for them, but this map in general is really strange. Like, I've been trying to think why we have such a horrible win rate on this map, even when normally I think I have like a fairly high win rate for it. And it's usually because we end up in this situation where we can't actually get out of our base safely. which is kind of the situation you were in here. Just they didn't have the tools to.
Well,
actually
we
get-
had
oh,
one
yes!
person who could.
Yes.
We had Abathur who could
Yeah.
teleport out. And that's the only reason we were able to basically stay in the game.
Pretty much.
How much longer are you guys gonna be doing that thing?
It's gonna be done pretty soon.
Yeah, it's almost.
Okay.
It's done almost now.
Meanwhile, the monstrosity is
The monstrosity is doing work. It's at 53%.
There was that one pirate game we had where you guys were getting destroyed or something, and my monstrosity took, I don't know, 50, 60, 70% of the core's health off. And they started to panic, and then we just like all in them or something. Like this core, you could easily all in this core now.
I mean, so
Not so easily with Banshees because the core focuses them, but
I mean,
if you
would
had,
they
like,
have won if
you
Butcher
and
had
Jaina running
focused
this-
more on destroying the base and not protecting so much early on?
Well, they were winning every fight when Butcher was a part of it, but then Butcher had to start policing all the lanes and they started fighting without him. And when they were fighting without him, they were lacking like a huge chunk of their more consistent damage and a portion of their CC and a portion of their engage. And they kind of ended up wasting a lot of time. I think that out of all the times they killed you, they definitely should have been focusing more on killing your base. Like, since they were winning every fight, there was nothing that really said to them, you know, we can't win a fight, destroy a bunch of towers, and then go back and get some weeds, and then
Cuck
again.
duck.
When really it was just
I mean, in a way, it's like mystifying.
them fighting
How
and
do
then
you
not
lose
taking
a
anything off
game
of
where you're up that far, right?
I've seen that a lot. I have seen that. I've seen this so many times. Not with Medivh, but just in general, where like, especially like against the stealth comps, where they end up taking like a huge amount of kills on you early on because you don't really have the means to fight them. But then they mess up like one fight, and then you just like plow their base and just destroy them.
I don't know. Is Steak dead?
I think Steak is or was dead. Yeah, he should have the info.